lights the red. Let battle commence. All from here. Rivers and White.
Two Wheels is proudly powered by Broadlink, delivering serious bandwidth for serious business. Welcome to the Brother News Desk. This week we visit Mpumalanga for a report on last weekend's Liquorland Hyde Enduro, which was held near the Kruger National Park Airport. Your commentator is Dave Peterson.
Thanks, Steve. Yes, it's going to be a warm day here in Mpumalanga, right next to the international airport, and thanks to Seasons in Africa for providing us with the helicopter for today's shoot. Let's catch up with Kyle Erasmus, who will be competing in the 200cc class today.
Well, I've heard it's a 20k loop, and the pre-runners did in about 50 minutes, so I'm expecting technical riding today. I'm glad it's a bit technical. We haven't had technical for a while, so I'm looking forward to a technical ride.
Also competing in the 200s will be Brendan Swannefelder.
I chose to ride the Husqvarna. There's better chopper clamps in it. There's a bit of a better shock. I'm comfortable on the bike. I feel it's the perfect bike for me. I fit in well with it and I'm comfortable, yeah.
The Lowveld Enduro Club explaining to the more than 100 competitors taking part today about the course. It's going to be 20 kilometers per lap of almost extreme enduro. There will also be a green route for the weekend warriors. We start off with the professional riders, and the man leading the Lowveld Enduro Championship right now is Lawrence Mahoney. Behind him on the road will be Nick Wade, and a rather tricky start to the event as they come out of the pit area. It does look like Dwayne Clanons on the 250cc KTM is out on a mission today. He's followed by Vincent Labuschagne, and that's William Gillett, Wild Will, all the way from KZN, competing here today as well. We go on board here with Kyle Erasmus from Enduro World, and quite a novelty there. They go straight over a flatbed truck, turn right under the Liquorland banner, and then a steep climb up through the rocks. And in the early morning sun, certainly catching some of the riders out with the dust as well as those rocks. We're waiting for some of the weekend warriors to make their way up here and see how they are going to complete this course. In the first part of the broadcast, we'll be concentrating much more on the professional riders, how they get out on the track, and then later on we'll be taking a look at some of the other classes competing here today. And you can see it's tight and twisty straight away. No time to relax for these riders, and a lot of danger out on the track. Lawrence Mahoney riding the Brother KTM. He's riding a 500cc KTM today. I wonder if that's going to be the right sort of equipment to take part. It does look like Dwayne Clanons has got ahead of Nicholas Wade straight away. We did say that Clanons looked rather keen as they went out onto the track. A lot of dust and no wind to blow it away. E21 Liquorland's William Gillett, 250cc Yamaha, bored out to around about 270, I believe. That's Vincent Labuschagne, also KTM mounted. A tricky part of the circuit. Back down towards the starting area, we see Luciano Grayling. He's riding in the open club class for today, and he's followed by Thomas Sather. Now, this might not be the way to do this climb. Yes, you want to go down the hill. It's probably better to go tight around the tree and back down the side of the hill. Francois Dutoy. Oh, he's gone up high and he's lost the front end. That could be rather painful later on the day, and you'll see the dog Jack taking a keen interest in that. This is Franz Chepik, who's riding in the seniors class today. He'll be chasing down Wayne Everton from Brother KTM. Ooh, Kyle Erasmus bumping into another rider. And let's not forget the pro riders will be lapping some of the weekend warriors almost straight away. That's Denzel Lowry that he's bumped into, and there goes Daryl Curtis on the Husqvarna. So these are all the pro riders. I didn't mean Denzel Lowry's a weekend warrior, by the way, but they will be getting amongst those guys pretty shortly. No Signal Hill, that's what it's called. Steep climb and then a very steep descent down into the valley. And that is our leader, Dwayne Clanons. He's out front, can you believe it? He's got past Lawrence Mahoney. Dwayne is on a 250cc KTM, Lawrence on a 500, and I think the 250 is the bike to have here today. Steep rocky climb, and look at the skill of Dwayne Clanons. He's not holding back at all. Next in line, it will be Lawrence Mahoney on the Brother KTM. You can hear that big 500cc motor just churning out the horsepower. Beautiful part of the country to be riding motorcycles. They really are blessed in Mpumalanga. This is William Gillett, and Daryl Curtis has caught him on the road. Daryl making a welcome return to racing after suffering injuries at the Dakar 2 years ago, and also suffering a knee injury whilst out mountain biking. I do believe that William has had a problem with his brake pedal. He's had to stop and straighten it, and that's why Daryl has caught up to him so much. That means on corrected time, Daryl will be ahead on the road now. This is Nick Wade. He's lying, I'm just checking the standings, he's lying 5th in the standings on E18. No Signal Hill, and you can see in the background there's a huge township that's growing in this part of the world, right near the airport. That's Kyle Erasmus, and he's leading the 200cc class at the moment as we go on board with Kyle on the steep descent out of No Signal. You'll notice the markers next to the trail. That's to tell the riders where they must follow. 2 marks means turn left. 3 marks means danger. 1 mark means just follow the trail. Orange stickers, those are the markers. Back up in the sky, Lawrence Mahoney. See him on the ground chasing down Dwayne Kleinhans. This is where the 500 comes into its own, the fast open stuff. He's already passing some of the green route riders who don't do the technical parts, and their lap won't be up to the 20 kilometers that the pro riders will be doing. And don't forget, the pro riders will be doing 6 laps, 14 minutes a lap. Well, you can do the math. Dwayne Kleinhans up to Rocky Ridge. This is a very steep rocky climb. In fact, the camera just not doing it justice at all. And right over the ridge, over the top, and down and away he goes. This is back towards the end of the race. Lawrence Mahoney. Wow, look at the power of that 500 KTM. It's in the tight technical stuff that he's really suffering today. Straight up over Rocky Ridge. It's about a 100-meter climb. William Gillett arrives. And that little ditch in the top of the rock section is going to catch out many of the amateur riders. Daryl Curtis, he's loving life out there on the Broadlink Husqvarna. Dwayne Kleinhans is simply flying around this track, and he's heading for home. He's pulled out a substantial lead on this man, Lawrence Mahoney. Both KTM mounted. One's a 250 and one's a 500. Unbelievable to see the speed that these riders are going around the circuit. And that's William Gillett also going down towards the final section of this race. Daryl Curtis, so that is 1, 2, 3, and 4 on the road and on corrected time. Now this is a very tricky part of the course, and Jason Watt riding in the seniors class. You can see he's had a bit of an off, the rear fender pointing skywards, but he makes it through there without any problems. Dwayne Kleinhans, almost a trial section at the end of the lap. Very slippery on those rocks. He makes it look so easy. You've seen a number of riders stuck on that section of the track. And the checkers away, Dwayne Kleinhans.
I had a fairly good race. You can consider it a clean race. You know, just been training really hard, and it's paying off. And the bike's good, the bike's set up. So I mean, it's coming together. It's coming together.
And good to ride this sort of series for you guys.
Oh, it's excellent. I mean, doing 6 laps here now today, that was tough, eh? It's great for the fitness, great for training. It was very rocky, so it was good. It's good all around.
Some 4 minutes behind on corrected time, Lawrence Mahoney with the big KTM. You'll be thinking today this is not the correct weapon of choice. Perhaps his 350cc 4-stroke would have been better for this race.
Today was a bit of a challenge with the 500, but still good fun, you know. They put up a good event, awesome route. It was very tough, very technical, a lot of rocks, but very well planned. There wasn't any bottlenecks. Marshals were out there always looking for better lines as soon as bottlenecks come up. So yeah, I had lots of fun, and yeah, I'm just glad to be here.
They look ever so fit and fresh. Meanwhile, out on the track, the other guys are battling their way around the circuit. That's Gary Franks from Enduro World. He's riding in the Masters class. A little bit stuck here in a traffic jam, this tight section of the circuit. Rudy Kavina, oh, gets an eyeful. best to go around that stuck beater. 800 is Glenn Cruiser. He's going well in the Masters class. In fact, he's caught up to Gary Franks on the road, but somehow he's got trapped in that little rocky section. C419, that's Greg Hodgson, and he's riding in the silver class with orange spokes. Tanya Niemann, also in the silver class on C725. Sometimes better to help each other get through this section than fight each other. C6, Kyle Quinteo. He's moved up into third position in the silver class. And that's Carlo Renda completing another lap in the Masters. William Gillard checkers await him on the Liquorland Yamaha.
Daryl was on the gas to caught us snoozing on the first lap. And then I've had to race like a dog, man. Lucky I've been training on a 450. And yeah, my Yamaha is good. It's pretty light, 290. So it's easy to just race the whole race.
Daryl Curtis, a good fourth position on his return to racing.
Awesome concept, 20-kilometer loop, 6 laps, really takes it out of you at the end. I like it, it's more leaning towards the extreme enduro side of things. It's my first ride back in about a year, so yeah, I need to get up to my fitness level up a little bit, but went out and I had an awesome time, and I'll definitely be back for the next one.
It's still war out on the track. Brandon Petrie, E55. He's lying fifth in the 200cc class. He's followed on the road by Johan Scholz, one of our open class riders. And that's Jeff Good, senior rider.
It's going tough. Second lap, but it's going fine, eh? Nice loop. Thanks.
Oh, it's awesome, eh? Nice and sandy. Yeah, when that sand gets on the off canvas, it gets a bit tricky, eh? But great, very lucky.
Vincent Labaskachny, C298. This is Hein van Niekerk Jr.
Look at technical. Nice loop. Very enjoyable.
He's in a bit of a hurry. There's just nowhere to relax out on the trail. Standing on the pegs most of the time. We did mention this little ditch on the top of the rock. Watch what happens. Some of the riders have been here before, obviously. David LaRue, he knew that ditch was there. Mark Deacon, he didn't know the ditch was there. Carlo Renda goes to the left, avoids that big ditch. Brendan Bernardi. Nicholas Smythe in the green class. Oh, that must have hurt. Reinhard Ferreira. That's the way to do it. Just pop the front wheel over. Wayne Everton leading the seniors class. And he could wrap up the championship here today. In fact, he will, because it's the final round of the series. I can assure you, where you see those Naarboom's, you will find black mambas. And that's not just a legend. That is real. Wayne Everton, that little rocky climb. Catching out many riders, including Andy Smythe, riding in the green class on C162. Don't stall it, whatever you do. He's not listening to advice today, is he? Yuri Uman, CF60, Husqvarna mounted. Just stopped the wheel spinning and made that climb. It just flattens out with the camera, but it's very tricky for these riders. Johnny Viviers. Whoa. He's lying fifth in the senior class. Well experienced. He'd be hating that in front of the camera. Glenn Cruiser with a beater. Eventually does get going. 300cc beater. Jack Brotherton. That's not his bike. In fact, he has swapped.
Yeah, not Terence.
Yes, he swapped with Terence Hyde. I wonder if that's allowed. Ryan Kelso. He's riding in the green class. Putting up a tremendous show out here on his little bike. Kyle Quinteo. So the laps are winding down. It's the end of the race for all of the riders in all the classes, and they've had a great time here today. Chris Odendahl does that every time he sees the camera. Good wheelie. You need those guards around the exhaust pipes amongst these rocks. Johnny Viviers, having recovered from the little off that he had earlier on. Lady rider Amy Sutton goes through, followed by Douglas Sutton, also just making sure she's okay out on the trail. And they've only got a few hundred meters to go for the end of the race. Johnny Pretorius, the rear wheel locked as he slides down there. Renzel Lowry with orange spokes. Andrew Kloppers stuck on the same rock. Wayne Everton, the winner of the seniors class.
A lovely ride, lovely ride. Really enjoyed every minute of it. Could have done with one lap less, but it was fantastic. Always a nice route, always fun events. Enjoyed it immensely.